Chapter 11. Now. I pull up to the little checkpoint, roll down my window, and am greeted by a police officer. I am here to visit someone, I say hesitantly, just like Nick told me to. Can I see your ID? The officer asks. Yes, of course. I pull out my California driver's license and show it to him. Okay, please pull over here until they come and get you. Nick already explained this to me. Since he and his colleague are renting a house in this military housing complex, I can't just come to his door. This is a secured area and nobody can just come in. Nick actually has to come to the gate and confirm that I am visiting him, and only then am I allowed to drive my car to their house. He really does live right by the ocean. I can't believe it. This is the very area I want to be in, right next to Palos Verdes, and he lives here. I did a great job manifesting this one. As we were trying to make plans to see each other again, we didn't seem to be able to find a time that really worked. He went to a wedding of a colleague yesterday, and he initially had plans tonight as well, but he ended up changing them for me, and he said he wanted to cook for me and looked up several vegan recipes. He is really making an effort, and he does make me feel appreciated and special. After about a minute of waiting by the officer's little guardhouse, I see a dark blue Honda come around the corner, and in it, Nick dressed in a tank top waving at me, smiling. He parks behind me, confirms with the officer, comes to my window, and tells me to follow him. We drive down a winding road, and after just a minute, I can see the ocean stretched out in front of me. We stop at the third to last house before the coast, and I am in love with where I am. The house is modern, with a garage, upstairs and downstairs, an open living room and adjacent kitchen dining space, and I feel ready to move in immediately. I am aware, of course, that I don't know him that well, but this just all seems very promising, and this man is making a real effort for me. When we're done with the tour of the house, he sits me down on the sofa in front of a huge TV and tells me he will start cooking dinner now. I ask him if he needs help. You just relax. I got this, he says, and puts a blanket on me. You're pampering me, I grin. He leans over to me from behind the couch. I tilt my head back and he softly kisses me. All of a sudden, I feel like there's nothing missing in my life anymore. Not right now. Everything I need is right here, right now, and the comfort I feel in this very moment makes me realize what it really was that I have been missing these last few years. Nick recently recorded Surviving R. Kelly on his TV and we decided to watch it. Me relaxing from the couch, him cooking a surprise dinner in the kitchen. I hear him cutting things, putting something in the oven. He's taking quite a while. I'm just enjoying the occasional princess treatment I haven't had in so long. Could it be that he actually wants to do this right? That he wants to take things slow? That he's not like most other LA guys? There are things about him that I consider not perfect. I'm almost uncomfortable with how comfortable he is in this world. I'm almost uncomfortable with how comfortable he is in his world and with himself, but this might just be something good. He steps out of the kitchen and comes to give me another kiss, then another one, and another one. This almost turns into a little makeout session, but he stops before it gets too intense. He's a good kisser. I can probably count on one hand the people I've kissed who've done it in a way I actually really enjoyed. The kind of kiss you don't ever want to stop. The kind of kiss that doesn't have to lead to anything else because it feels so good in and of itself. The kind of kiss that makes your heart beat faster and faster while your lips dance with his so perfectly, and you melt into a little trance together. A shiver runs down my back. This almost feels too good. Nick's attention wanders back to the TV, to one of the women confessing what happened to them. This is just crazy. Did anything like that ever happen to you? I hope it didn't, but I know there are a lot of guys out there who take advantage of women. Yeah, there are. Luckily, I never had to go through anything that crazy. I've had my fair share of problems, but I don't want to get too deep into that. I'll tell you more about it another time. Fair enough. But hey, dinner's ready, he says. Oh, okay. I'm excited to see what you cooked up there. Nick serves me a red plate with tofu and a melange of quinoa and veggies. He introduces it with, "This is honey sesame tofu, which is why I asked you if you eat honey, obviously, and the quinoa is from Trader Joe's." I smile at him. I don't really care so much about what exactly he made. It's the effort he put into this that makes me happy right now. And that makes me feel special. I first drained the tofu with some paper towels, and then I marinated it with soy sauce, the honey, vinegar, and oil. Then I put it in the oven, and after that, I marinated it again in a pan and added the sesame seeds. I found the recipe on Pinterest. Ah, well, it looks delicious. The portion seems a little small for my usual hungry self, but with all these butterflies in my stomach, I already know that there isn't as much space today anyway. You did really well. Thank you for cooking for me. That was really nice. I compliment him. Of course, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm glad you like it. He smiles his great dog smile again, and his eyes are smiling too. Are you allergic to any oils? Nick asks while he's putting away our plates. I don't think so. Not that I know of. Why? I was thinking I could give you a massage later, if you want. Oh, that kind of oil. He's either the sweetest person I've met in a long time to spoil me like he is tonight, and he is really into me after a very short time, or he just knows exactly what women want and is making use of that knowledge. I did tell Anne that I was going to come home tonight and that I definitely wouldn't want to have sex with him, that it's too early and I finally want to start taking things slow for once, that this one could actually be something real. I also said, you never know, but most likely I will be coming home. He guides me up to his bedroom where he lights 2 candles, one on each nightstand. He turns on soft R&B music and has me lay face down on his bed. There's no way that this won't go any further now that I'm already laying here half naked, but I will just go with the flow from here. He is extremely thorough in kneading and touching my skin and does it all in a super gentle way. My body has his full attention, and he added another level to my being pampered tonight. Why are you so sweet to me? I ask while I'm lying face down in his bed. I just like being this way. I want to say that's just how I am, but I also don't want to sound cocky. I enjoy doing this. His big hands are kneading my back thoroughly. Okay, I smile into the pillow. Thank you. Nick massages me for at least 20 minutes, and while his hands are pretty rough, I love how they feel on my skin. How carefully he uses them. All done, he says eventually. I roll over onto my back and reach out my hands, motioning for a hug, knowing good and well that my naked chest is pointing right at him. He leans down, hugs me, and then his lips are on my neck, my ear, my mouth. I hold his head with both of my hands and let the one thing happen that I thought I wasn't going to do today.